Hello, hola y kaixo desde Boise, Idaho. A primera vista, esta parece una ciudad estadounidense cualquiera, pero aquí vive una de las comunidades vascas más grandes fuera de Europa. A finales del siglo XIX y principios del siglo XX, miles de vascos emigraron a Estados Unidos en búsqueda de oportunidades, especialmente como pastores de ovejas, un oficio que ya conocían bien. Muchos de ellos se establecieron en estados como Idaho, Nevada o California, y en lugares como Boise comenzaron a formarse comunidades que siguen existiendo hoy. Con el tiempo, familiares y paisanos fueron llegando también, y así nació una red de apoyo basada en el trabajo, las pensiones y la comunidad. Lo que empezó como una migración económica, muchas veces con la idea de ganar dinero y volver a su país, terminó convirtiéndose en algo mucho más duradero. Mientras estaba en Boise, tuve el privilegio de hablar con Javier, un vasco de un pequeño pueblo de Vizcaya llamado Bolívar. Llegó a Boise con 23 años para reunirse con sus hermanos, con la idea de trabajar unos pocos años como pastor, ahorrar dinero y volver a casa. Pero al final se quedó más de 50 años. Hablamos sobre su vida como pastor en las montañas de Idaho.
El primer año se hace bastante duro. No conoces las montañas. Si tienes amigo que él sabe para dónde ir, él te enseña y ahí para adelante estás más tranquilo, pero muy duro. Sales ahí a la montaña sin ver luz. En 8 meses salimos en marzo y volver atrás al rancho en enero. Con los fríos aquí, antes hacía mucho más frío, mucha nieve. Estábamos siempre dos juntos. Uno era de pastor y otro era de campero. Él movía la tienda campaña con caballos y mulos cargando. Había que mover cada 3 días y tiene que cocinar, hacer pan y todo. El pastor tiene que ir todas las mañanas ahí a la borrega, al amanecer, porque las borregas suben para arriba de día. Luego a la mañana el pastor tiene que llevar esos despacio, comiendo abajo para que coman. 2.500 borregas comen mucho.
¿Dormías en el campo?
En la tienda campaña.
¿Pero todas las noches?
Todas las noches. Si llueve, si está nevando o lo que sea.
¿Y cómo se ducha?
Cuando teníamos cerca el río, allí en el río. Cuando no estaba cerca el río, para adelante.
¿Cómo fue el primer viaje que hiciste desde Euskadi a Idaho?
Vinimos en un taxi de Guernica a Madrid. Y luego Madrid a Nueva York, luego Denver, Boise. La embajada nos pusieron aquí un papel a todos, con la dirección, a dónde vamos y todo.
En la ropa, como si fueses un paquete.
Vinimos 3 juntos. En el avión no comimos nada. La comida en el avión, ni pensar, nada.
Porque estaba asquerosa.
Diferente ahí. No comimos nada. Tomar tragos sí. Cantando y las azafatas venían y algunas hablaban un poco español. Nos decían, comer. No. Decían, no. Beber. Y llegué aquí. Y mi hermano estaban esperando en el aeropuerto. Pues del aeropuerto vinimos aquí a una casa vasca. Y era a las 10 de la noche. El amo de eso nos sacaba whisky. Y no podía tomar, tenía hambre. Y fuimos al rancho. Y al día siguiente, a las 6 de la mañana o así creo, tocamos la campana, pam, para levantar. Y había una cocinera americana, pero cocinaba muy bien la vasca comida. Y ahí a desayunar huevos y tocino y jamón y ¡wow! Tenía hambre. Pero en invierno estábamos todos allí, en el rancho, y siempre alguien cocinando.
Y en aquel entonces no hablabas nada de inglés, ¿no?
No, nada. Y además, estando en la borriga, no se aprende inglés. Un poquito en la radio, pero muy poco. Luego conocí a Angie, empezamos a salir juntos y me enseñaba inglés. Practicábamos todos los fines de semana para aprender inglés. Muy duro, ¿eh? A 3 años nos casamos y luego ya tengo 2 hijas muy buenas. Angie se murió con cáncer. Angie era vasca. Los padres de ella vinieron de un pueblo pequeñito, Murélaga, está en Vizcaya.
¿En qué idioma hablabais?
Siempre en vasco. Ella hablaba en vasco muy bien. Ella nació allí en Grandview, en el rancho, y la abuela de ella estaba con ellos y ella hablaba solo vasco. Angie no sabía hablar ni inglés hasta que empezó a la escuela.
Con tus hijas, hoy en día, ¿hablas euskera con ellas?
Euskera, siempre.
¿Y siempre has hablado euskera con ellas?
Siempre.
Wow. ¿Y ellas hablan euskera con otras personas o solo contigo?
Con otras personas también, otras que hablan en vasco, pero igual hablan más fácil inglés y cuando se juntan con las amigas, aunque hablan todos en vasco, hablan inglés.
¿Y tu euskera es mejor que tu inglés?
Mucho mejor.
¿Y es mejor que tu español?
También.
Ok. ¿Y tú hablas español hoy en día?
Muy poco, muy poco.
Solo conmigo.
Si estarías aquí y hablábamos así, pero
Claro.
muy poco. No hablamos aquí español. A mí se me está haciendo mucho más difícil.
¿Y hoy en día te sientes más estadounidense, más vasco o más español?
Americano, ya. Yo soy de allí, eso nunca se va, pero ahora que vivo aquí 55 años, estamos con la vida de aquí. Ya es muy difícil para nosotros vivir allí. Euskadi es muy bonito, pero es diferente.
¿Quién es?
¿Este?
Ajá.
Este soy yo.
Ah, mira.
Este es mi hermano mayor.
Él.
Él.
Ah. Y este es el dueño del restaurante.
¿Y este?
¿Eso eres tú?
Sí.
Hoy, la comunidad vasca en Idaho sigue muy presente en la vida cotidiana. De hecho, aquí vive una de las mayores concentraciones de personas con ascendencia vasca en Estados Unidos, con entre 10 y 15.000 personas. Hay restaurantes vascos, grupos de danza, festivales culturales, un museo y hasta una escuela en euskera. Y también se ve cómo esta cultura ha evolucionado. Algunas tradiciones se han mantenido, otras se han adaptado, creando algo muy propio, una cultura vascoamericana. Y una gran parte de su vida cultural se concentra en un solo lugar, el Basque Block. Y es aquí donde hablé con Tony, nieto de Vascos y dueño del Basque Market.
Hi, I'm Tony Egerin. My wife and I own the Basque Market. Every Wednesday and Friday I get to come outside and make paella year-round, so that's what you're witnessing. All four of my grandparents are 100% Basque and made it to the States individually, found each other in Boise here, and my parents were born here, part of the community, the Basque dancers and such. So then I grew up with that, then our daughter, and you're just kind of keeping that culture alive. We try and create food from Spain and the Basque country. We've got wine and alcohol. I grew up dancing in the Basque community. I play cards with the old guys. There's a group of people that gather every Sunday and play moose. It's a Basque card game. All the betting and everything is done in Basque language. You know, you try and keep what you can going here in America. How are you guys? Here we go. Enjoy.
Good, huh? Rice up. This paella is so good.
All right, so this is the market. Inside, we sell products from Spain and the Basque Country. We make food, so we're kind of a restaurant, we're a store, we do cooking classes, we cater. We're kind of an identity crisis.
I love the Basque Block. There's a vibrant community of Basques, descendants of early sheep herders, and it's just a place where the community comes together. It's a true cultural treasure.
Y cada 5 años hay un festival enorme aquí que se llama Jaialdi, y es el mayor festival vasco de Estados Unidos. Durante varios días, Boise se llena de música, baile, deporte y calimocho. Pero, ¿qué significa ser vasco en Boise hoy? Could you tell us a little bit about yourself, like your name, your family history, and how you're involved in the Basque community here in Boise?
My name is Jacqueline Lassoen. I am from Mountain Home, Idaho, which is very near to Boise, but now I live in Boise. My father is full Basque, and he married my mother, who is mostly Irish. My dad's father came in 1933. My dad's mother was already living here. She was born here too, in Mountain Home.
My name's Amanda. I am a third generation born here. My great-grandfather is from East Pastor. He married a woman here. They had 10 children. They were all raised on a sheep farm. They were sheep herders. They ran their sheep on government land between Jerome and Twin Falls, Idaho.
Kaisha, I'm Teresa. I'm the gift store manager here at the Basque Museum in Boise, Idaho. I grew up in Elko, Nevada in a thriving Basque community before moving up here after college. I decided to come to Boise because of the Basque community. My mom's father was the first one to come over. He came over in 1902. He was born in Asterrica, which is a small neighborhood of Berrichu in Vizcaya. He came over at the young age of 13 and worked as a buckaroo. So he actually didn't work as a sheep herder like a lot of the Basques that did come to Nevada and Idaho did, and eventually started a general store with a friend.
I'm Alex Hormachia Ray. I was born here in Boise. My family came from Vizcaya in about 1920. I play music with the Oinkari Basque Dancers. I danced with them for a long, long time, and now I focus on music and participate in a bunch of other Basque activities around town. I used to play in the Pala leagues, still play in the Moose tournaments. I obviously cook and speak Basque, taught Basque for a couple years.
Could you tell me a little bit about the Boise dance community?
Dancing kind of became a big part of my life because I started dancing when I was little. I started in Boise when I was 8, so I've been dancing since then. When you turn 14, you can join the older group. It's called the Oinkari Basque. Everybody I know had to do Basque dancing, but we used to come and we danced and maybe we talked a little bit about culture, but now we're teaching culture at practice because the further away that we get from the immigrant generation, the harder it is for kids to feel a connection. I feel like we're some of the luckiest people in the world. We dance in Boise a lot, whether it's right here on the Basque Block or in the Euskara in the Basque Center. We dance at schools or we dance at other communities' dances.
I'm only an 8th Basque. But what I think is so cool is being so involved in this community. I got to grow up dancing here in Boise, Idaho, being a part of the festivals. My daughter now, she's only a 16th Basque, and she is also a Basque dancer. She got dance in High Aldi this past 2025. I danced in High Aldi 2000.
We try really hard to hold on to our traditions. Dancing and music has been a huge part of my life. I danced with Oinkaris for 18 years, danced with Boise State, which is the little kids group before that, still play music for Oinkaris. So I see all these people every Sunday and get to help teach the next generation about these traditions, about this music and this dance. And we are very lucky in that we kind of have a strong musician base here, me being one of them that play traditional instruments. We have a couple people that play chistu, which is the traditional Basque flute. We have a couple people that play triquitisha, which is the traditional accordion. I play pandero, pandereta, which is the tambourine that accompanies the accordion. I also play lotsaina or gaita. So we also have started a charanga, which is like a marching band, very popular in the Basque Country, and then in Iparralde, in the northern part of the Basque Country, they call it banda.
What was it like growing up Basque?
In my small town where I grew up in Idaho, my Basque family was related to many of the Basque families in that small town. So we were always together. And so that was very unifying and in some ways a little bit isolating because we were doing our own thing. On Easter, for example, you're always going to be with your family. Yes, we go to church, which is a deep Catholic thing that the immigrant generation brought with them. They were all very seriously Catholic, and so we would go to church as kids and then immediately go out with all your cousins and you spent the whole day in the fields and we would fly kites and we would hide eggs and we would do like very American things, but then we would be eating all Basque food. Most of my friends are Basque. We definitely feel Basque. We feel different than Americans, but we also know that we're different than people in Euskal Herria. We know that that's completely different. I think that people from the Basque Country think of us as strictly American. I think that Americans think of us as strictly Basque, and we find ourselves floating in between somewhere.
Since I was 3, I started Basque dancing. We grew up going to different Basque camps. There's a summer camp that the North American Basque Organization hosts that travels from clubhouse to clubhouse essentially in the summer. It's a 2-week camp, and the local Basque kids go to that to learn dancing, language, music, cards, sports. It's a nice little immersive experience, and you get to make friends with the kids from the other communities.
At the end of the day, like my lived experience and my view of work and of a lot of things is American. But our family culture and how we kind of structure our lives is very, very Basque. And I never quite realized how different it was until I got a little bit older. I just always thought, I don't know, my family eats kind of later. Or we have clams and rice at Thanksgiving. There's no Basque Thanksgiving, but we have that because it's a traditional Basque thing from the fall that my great-grandfather wanted to eat because he hated turkey. Just like stuff like that kind of infiltrates into your life. As I've gotten older, I've realized how unique a lot of our family traditions are, and it makes me feel decidedly more Basque in a lot of kind of the quieter parts of life.
Y hay otro elemento clave en la cultura vasca, el idioma. El euskera es un idioma fascinante. A diferencia de otros idiomas, no tiene relación conocida con ninguna otra lengua. De hecho, muchos expertos la consideran la lengua viva más antigua de Europa. Hoy, en el País Vasco, tanto en la parte francesa como en la española, viven unos 3 millones de personas, y alrededor de 900 hablan euskera. Y debido a la larga historia migratoria del pueblo vasco, el euskera también ha viajado por el mundo. Hoy existen más de 170 organizaciones vascas en 24 países, desde Lima, en Perú, hasta aquí, en Boise, Idaho. Y aquí en Boise se trabaja activamente para que la lengua siga viva. Por ejemplo, en Boise existe una ikastola, una escuela infantil de inmersión total en euskera. Además, Boise State University es uno de los pocos lugares del mundo donde se puede estudiar formalmente el euskera y la cultura vasca.
Y cuando quedé con Javier, aproveché para intentar aprender un poco de euskera. Y madre mía, lo que me estaba costando.
How can I say let's eat? You just taught me, but I forgot.
Goizan,
Goizan?
goizan, jaten.
Jate.
Arraine,
Arraine.
piperrak,
Piperrak.
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 Gero,
Gero.
gero, injarrak,
Iñarak.
injarrak.
Gero. Iñarak.
Gero, injarrak.
What is that?
Alubias.
Alubias. Ah, okay.
En Vizcaya
Okay.
es injarrak,
Thanks.
en Gipuzkoa es babarronak.
Babarrolak.
Babarronak.
Oh, tienen palabras diferentes en las regiones
Diferente
diferentes.
Vizcaya y Gipuzkoa.
Wow, qué confuso. Es una región tan pequeña, pero como tienen tanta mezcla, tanta variedad.
Sí, sí.
Wow.
Yeah. Do you like lamb?
We're going to eat peppers and
Piperra eta arraine.
piperra ata arañe.
Arraine.
Arañe es
Arraine es pescado. Bacala, maquillaue.
maquillaugua.
Maquillaue. En euskera es maquillaue.
Maquillaugua.
Maquillaue.
Oh my gosh, that's so difficult. Es que ricasco. Wait, how do you say the ono, the very good?
Oso ondo.
Oso hondo.
Oso hondo.
Oso hondo. La mejor estudiante.
Pero claro, no todo el mundo aprende euskera así.
Do you speak Basque?
Only a little bit. My mama is my grandmother. She spoke Basque with her sisters and my chicha, my grandfather, but we weren't allowed to learn Basque because our mothers didn't speak Basque. My mama was very respectful. She didn't teach us Basque because we would have had a secret language behind our mother's back.
I know how to count. I know how to sing happy birthday. I know how to say hello, goodbye, I love you. And I wish I could. I wish more than anything I could.
We were brought up speaking the language. It was really important to my mother that we learned euskera from a young age because all of her first cousins still lived in the Basque Country. I was in 8th grade and my mom took the 4 of us and we did a year of public school in a small town called Marquina, which is about 5,000 people. And she chose it because it was close to where her family was from, but everyone lived in Basque. And thanks to that, I get to use Basque almost daily here, living in Boise, especially in the position at the museum.
I went to the Basque Country after college for a year and went to what's called a Barnetegi, which is like an immersion sleepaway school, boarding school. I was in the Barnetegi called Maispide, which is in Lascaux, in Gipuzkoa, and spent 9 months there and went from basically zero, words and phrases that have always just kind of been part of family life, to a B2. We built our relationships in English, right? So it's really hard to continue to use it. But when the timing is right, we can kind of focus in on it. I used to have a buddy. We used to go play Paula a couple days a week at lunch, and we would spend the whole hour speaking Basque. I read the news every day from the Basque Country, read a couple different Basque newspapers, try to keep it up with that, but it was tough. When you don't have a reason to use it every day, it's hard to keep it going.
I can understand a lot, but of my grandparents' dialect. So they're from the mountains of Vizcaya. So now when Basque people come to America and they hear people my grandparents' age speaking Basque, they say, wow, it's like a pidgin language. Like it's like this hasn't changed at all. I haven't heard this Basque in years. Now, more and more people my age, younger, a little older, are learning different styles of Basque, like a more unified Basque. It's called Batua, for instance. But I think a lot of people aren't learning it because it's difficult.
Pero aparte del idioma, lo que realmente mantiene viva esta cultura es la comunidad.
You know, one thing they've always said about the Basque community and the Basque people, no matter whether it's Boise, Nevada, California, Oregon, we always stick together. We come together, we stick together. I find that really special.
Caring about our traditions and our culture and trying to maintain them, it really gives you a sense of who you are and where you come from, which I think is something a lot of people are missing and are searching for. And I've always known where I'm from, right? I'm Basque, I'm from Boise. What being Basque in Boise means has always been very clear. Even though I moved away for college, it was never an option to not come back here.
There's something different about the Basque Country, and I think children of immigrants, or in my case, grandchildren of immigrants, can tell you, like, you feel home, even if you've never lived there.
Como sabemos, Estados Unidos es, al final, un país de inmigrantes. Y una de sus partes más bonitas es eso, el intercambio cultural que ocurre cada día. La cultura vasca sigue viva gracias a las personas que la viven, la cuidan y la comparten.
Es que ricasco a todos los que me han ayudado con el vídeo y nos vemos en el siguiente. ¡Agur!